Shalom Roma, Hoy Ase Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imro, Amen. Yalla lai 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 lai, yalla lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai, yalla lai 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 lai, yalla lai 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 lai. Oh say shalom Roma, oh say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel.
Shabbat Shalom, good Shabbos. Good Shabbos, Cantor Nate. Good Shabbos, Cantor Rachel. So whether you've been here every week for the last 15 years or you're new here, Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Beit Tshuva. If you have been here every week for the last 20 years, well, congratulations. And if this is your first time, welcome. Yeah, that's right. We're very excited for Shabbat. We're so excited to celebrate so many great birthdays today, so I'm going to make this opening just a little brief. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go into a 72-point treatise on the 13 principles of faith. Shabbat comes every week. So if this isn't your first time here, I want you to remember your first Shabbat here. I want you to remember what it was like. I want you to remember what you felt. And for some of you, that was a long time ago, and as far as it was in time, it's even further in the amount of miles you've traveled in your soul. And the great thing about Shabbat is we get to reconnect with our soul. It happens every week. And you would think that when something happens that often, we'd get used to it and we'd lose some of our gratitude. But I don't know about you, but at the end of a long week, every single week, I'm so grateful Shabbat is here for us to take a break from everything. So, again, no matter how many times you've been here, I hope over the next X amount of hours we'll be here, that you sit back, you relax, you let Shabbat come over you, you enjoy yourself. We're going to continue with a wordless melody. So, I just want you to repeat after me. Lie. Lie, lie.
Lie, lie.
Any other words I should tell them about?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, lie, lie, right? Okay, there you go.
Night, night,
So Shabbat has special angels that attend to us, the Shabbat angels, and we welcome them. We sing Shalom Aleichem, and tonight we're going to sing it a little differently. Some of you may know this tune, some of you may not, but cantors Rachel and Nate wanted to do this, and it's a beautiful tune, so if you know it, hopefully you'll sing along. Shalom Aleichem. That may have to go in heavy rotation. That's all I'm going to say. So, if you like to watch Cantor Nate dance, this is your song. Shiru Ladonai.
She's going to dance with me, too.
Oh, yeah? No, yeah, please.
La
tzedakah, charity, justice. If you study the Talmud, if you study the Gemara, there's a lot of great names, but none of them are better than the name of one of the Roman higher-ups who was constantly arguing with the rabbis. His name was Turnus Rufus, which is that was his name, Turnus Rufus. And one time he went up to one of the greatest rabbis. He went up to Rabbi Akiva, and he said he asked Rabbi Akiva. He said, "If God loves people, why do you give charity to the poor? If God loved the poor like He loved you, then they wouldn't be poor." And Rabbi Akiva said, God made the poor people so that we could avoid going to hell. Because giving us the opportunity to give tzedakah, giving us the opportunity to give charity and to make this world better is what redeems our soul. Our souls are at ransom. They don't belong to us. They belong to God. And when we give charity, we are redeeming, we are ransoming our souls, and we are earning our keep in this world. So, we're going to give tzedakah. We're going to pass, it's not a hat, but we're going to pass the box. So hopefully, please support Beit Shuvah. You know the work we do. We're celebrating. Raise your hand if you're celebrating a birthday. Even if it's not yours, raise your hand if you're celebrating a birthday. You're here celebrating a birthday. We're told that if you save one life, you save an entire world. So look at all the worlds that have been saved from Beit Shuvah and think of that when you dig into your pocket. The other thing we're going to do, wow, nice, as if on cue. You, sure, okay, we'll go with that. By the way, the AV people are seen, not heard, just for the record, just so you know. So one of the things we do, we're called Beit Shuvah, we do tshuva, we try to make things right, and we do tshuva out loud here. We're told that where the Baal Tshuva stands, where someone who does tshuva stands, even the most righteous have no place because they haven't been to the depths we've been to get to the heights we're at. So I'm going to ask, Nate, you want to walk around? Who would like to either give gratitude or do tshuva? Oh, we got one right over there. Oh, we got Jeremy.
My name is Jeremy, and I'm an extremely grateful member of this community. First of all, gratitude. Everyone celebrating a birthday. It's an amazing feat. 365 days of sobriety is giving back exactly what Rabbi was talking about, restoring families, restoring bonds. We get to come here and celebrate. But I got a special shout out to my boy Benny. Yeah, man. There's certain individuals. The magic of this place is the depth of the conversations about life that I've had with individuals and the relationships that I get to build with people walking the path. You know, to start as a client or an individual in treatment, and they soon become family. And that's the bond, brother. Like, I appreciate you, watching you grow, watching you leave, watching you make the right decisions for you. It's a hard thing to do, man. It's a very hard thing to do. And to see what your life is today, brother, and to know what it's going to be in a couple months with what we're trying to do in New York, like, I'm glad that I get to go to some place that feels like home, knowing that you're going to be there to welcome me. So, love you, brother. Happy birthday.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jack. Hi, Jack. I'm a grateful member of this community and past resident of this lovely house. Just a couple of things I wanted to be thankful of. I'll leave the last one for best, the best for last. First, I'm very happy that I just celebrated just over a year in sober living. So it's not easy, but it's a place to live and manage. But I'm very grateful for that. The one thing I'm very grateful for, they're not here and they're not listening, but I wanted to share with everybody as a recovering addict and hopefully a good parent still. My 16-year-old just recently took a SAT review class, and I talked to him the other day, and I asked him how he did, and without studying anything, he got a 1,300 out of like 1,600. Again, my son got a 1,300 without studying. Go figure. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful to be a loving father, and I have great sons. My youngest one, I don't want to leave him out. He just got an iPhone 11, so big whoop. Anyway, I'm very thankful. Thanks for this house. Thanks to everybody here.
Thanks, Jack.
Hi, I'm Noah, and I'm a grateful alcoholic. Hey, I had a kind of crazy experience last night. I was locked in a cemetery, and I had to hitchhike to a meeting, and a lot of things could have gone wrong, and I could not be sitting here today and be dead or attacked or something. But I'm here and I'm with all of you, and I'm so incredibly grateful that God came in and I was able to get through that night. And so, yeah, thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Joyce. Hi, Joyce. Anyway, this is the third year in a row that I'm here with my family from New Jersey, celebrating Ben's third sober birthday. I am eternally grateful to Beit Tshuva, to Harriet and Mark, and to all of the wonderful people that spent months working with Ben to show him that his life really did matter, and that he was worth living a really good and healthy life. I also wanted to say that if it wasn't for Freedom Song, we wouldn't be sitting here today. That was our introduction to Beit Tshuva, and it took Ben quite a few years after that to finally find his way here. But thank you so much, all of you, for saving his life and sending him back to us whole and healthy. Ben, it's been a long and arduous journey for all of us, these years that we've spent. But these last 3 years, just watching you grow and come into your own, and just seeing how happy you are in living that life that you always dreamed of having, has been just an amazing joy for us to watch. And probably the biggest joy was 2 months ago, standing under that chuppah, watching you marry this beautiful woman sitting next to you. So, like I said at your wedding, keep being the most perfectly imperfect, beautiful soul that you are. Keep shining that beautiful light on all of the people that you know. Keep inspiring people, and just keep growing and just keep being happy. I love you. We're so, so proud of you. Mazel tov.
Yeah.
Go.
You sure?
After. I'll come.
Oh, let's do it now. Why not?
I'm Nancy. I'm a grateful parent of this community. And I am very happy to be here for my girlfriend, Kathy Weiss. She's celebrating 35 years of sobriety.
It's awesome.
I am Anthony. I'm a grateful member of this community. Hi. Miss you. I miss this place a lot, and I'm glad that I'm here today. First off, congratulations to everybody that's taking a birthday today, Ben, Kevin, and Lisa. Baby, I'm proud of you. You have come a long way, and I am glad that this past year I have got to know you and see you grow into the woman that you are in your sobriety, and you've made me a better person, just experiencing life with you, and I'm just proud of you, and I'm just happy that I'm here to celebrate your birthday, so happy birthday.
Hi, I'm Jerry. I'm a grateful member of this community. I'm here celebrating Devin's 1 year sober birthday, and I couldn't be more prouder than him. I've seen this guy do the zigzag journey until he came here, And I have to say this place is absolutely remarkable because now Devin is the best version of him. So he's been able, through recovery, he's been able to get a good job, go back into the career that he loves, acting and playing his music, and I'm very proud of him, and I'm really grateful to everybody here and all the donors. Thank you.
And I'm grateful to this community for all the work that it does, to all the staff members who work tirelessly, who find themselves in conversations that they never know what this conversation is going to lead to. But in just the short time I've been here, I've seen people who, some of whom came through the house, some PFs and counselors, who help guide people who want to run, who help hold them and embrace them and make them feel at home. So thank you to all of you that do that. I also want to take a moment to thank one person who could be thanked every week, but if we did, it would absolutely mortify her. So I'm just going to do this once because I'm feeling very grateful for Kathy Galper. If you... Kathy is a dedicated member of our community. She has taught I don't know how many people to read Torah. She organizes Torah reading, not just on the holidays, but every single week. And she does it not for the acclaim, but because of how much she loves Beit Shuvah. So Kathy, thank you so much. So many roads. This is an original. So this was written by Nate and Greg, right? All right, let's do it.
On a journey that we've never been on. Let's walk down a path that's been long overgrown. Let's find a new way, a new day, a new dawn. Let's play a song, not even sure how it goes, not even sure how it goes. But everybody knows there's so many roads. Some get you high and some get you low. What you believe can't be set in stone. The more you see, the less you know. It's not where you're going, but the way that you get there. The people you meet along the way. Hey, love is the answer. It's one thing we all share. Give it away. Everywhere that you go, to everyone that you know, well, everybody knows there's so many roads. Some get you high and some get you low. So many roads. What you believe can't be set in stone. The more you see, the less you know. Maybe you feel like you don't have a friend. Maybe you feel like you've come to the end. Maybe you feel like you're completely alone. Well, take a leap and grab a hold, 'cause there's so many roads. Some get you high and some get you low. So many roads. What you believe can't be set in stone. The more you see, the less you know. Be set in stone. The more you see, the less you know.
Yeah.
Greg Sutton.
Yeah.
And Nathan Roth.
And Cantor Nate. Woo! All right, I'm going to call up the birthdays. Come on up, birthdays. Thanks for showing up. All right, Mizmor Shir. David Goldstone on the guitar. Wow. All right. Stand up. We're going to welcome Shabbat. We're going to welcome Shabbat with a Chadodi.
Shemot Tiferet Belitila Bechadodi Likrat Kala Bnei Shabbat Nekabela. אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת
We turn to the door as we welcome the Shabbat bride. By the way, how about Luca on drums? Can we give it up for Luca? And Greg on bass? And the inimitable, the man of Beit Tshuva, you've been here a long time, Mr. James Fuchs. All right, where are those birthdays? Where'd Ben go? All right, birthdays, come on up. We're going to light the Shabbat candles. Something tells me if I ask for a lighter, I'm going to get like 15 thrown at me. Do we have a lighter? Do any of you have a lighter? Oh, good for you.
It's a new generation.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshano b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner lehadlik ner shel
To a land that I will show you. Lech lecha, to a place you do not know. Lech ilach, on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechila. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing.
Nice job. And appropriate for this week. Very. Good Shabbos. Where in New Jersey, by the way? West Orange? All right. Exit 143? 140? 145. So I was 137, Cranford. That's how you find out where you lived in New Jersey. You say, what exit were you on the, right? Right? Westfield, that's right. That's all right. We do tshuva out loud. And I didn't do my tshuva, so I'm going to do it now. I'm going to apologize to the client of mine who's walking out the door, but I'm going to apologize to my clients and to most of the residents of the house who interacted with me over the last week. Because I've been in a real bad mood. Yeah, see? Good night. So I was in a really bad mood. I was really feeling frustrated. Yeah, don't be so, okay, you got it right once. Congratulations. You're like a stopped clock, all right? I was really mad because I saw what was going on in the house and I didn't like it. I saw people were doing things that they shouldn't be doing. They were showing up in shift reports, and I got angry. And when we do tshuva, we have tshuva groups. We do tshuva, we say, what was my justification for my anger? Well, my justification for my anger was very righteous. It was so righteous. My justification was, they're not doing what's actually in their best interest. They're not doing the right thing. That was my justification. And yeah, that's all true, but that's not really what I was angry about. What I was angry about was they weren't doing what I told them to do. They weren't doing what I wanted them to do. And then I realized, oh, okay, this also is all about me. I thought I was so righteous. I thought I was being rabbinic. And I was, because rabbis have big egos, but I wasn't being the kind of rabbi I wanted. I thought I was, but I wasn't. And I think about that, and I was thinking about it, I've been thinking about it a lot for the last 36 hours, about how people just don't do what I want them to do, right? If you ever have control issues, never have kids. I was trying to explain to someone this week that I lost my temper. I lost my temper with my kids when they were about to be late for the bus. Now, not to bore you with geography, but I didn't feel like driving them all the way to Northridge. So that, again, my anger was justified. But really, what they were doing was their job. They were doing the job of a 10-year-old or a 6-year-old, and that was whatever the hell they want, whenever the hell they want it. And just because their father had an outside agenda and itinerary, that wasn't theirs. And yes, they should listen to their parents and all this stuff. But really what was driving me crazy was the lack of control. And I went right from getting my kids to the bus. I dropped them off at 7 o'clock at the bus, and then I have the joyful experience of going from the 101 to the 405 to the 10 to get here. So if you want to talk about a lack of control, yeah, ooh is right. What? This 405 is a spiritual vacuum and a test of your sobriety every single day. Right? So I know most of the people in this room, especially the parents, cannot relate to this desire for control, right? It's very right. Our kids can do whatever they want. They're free. They're autonomous human beings. Woohoo! Except when they don't do what we want. And we all have this need, this desire for control, right? And to go back to the traffic, what is the definition of driving too fast? Anyone driving faster than me. Same thing with driving too slow, right? For how many of you does that apply? Raise your hand. Come on, be brave. Okay. We try to control everything around us. For me, one of the weirdest things, I have a lot of weird things, but one of the weirdest things about me is that I love flying. I do. I love getting on a plane, and I love being in the air, and I have zero control. If that thing's going down or not up to me. I could just relinquish control for 5 hours or however long the flight is, and it feels great. Now, this week in our Parsha, we read about somebody who relinquishes control. God appears to Abraham, or Abram as he's called at the time, and you heard the word, right? I'm not going to sing it. Lech lecha me'artzecha mimoladetecha mibeit avicha. You shall leave your house, your father's house, the place where you were born. And he says, and God says, to the place I will show you, right? To the place that I'm not singing. Thank you, Nate. To where? Where is God saying? I'm doing a whole sermon. He's got one line and he upstages me. Thanks. Thanks for that, everybody. So I want you to picture something. I want you to picture you're in your house, sitting on your couch or your Barco lounger or whatever is your chair, and someone says, from the other room, someone says, come here. What's your first thing? Why? Right? And then they really piss you off because they say, I'll tell you, just come here, right? Just come here. I want to show you something. What? Just come here. I'll show you when you get, right? Drives us nuts. Think about this guy. He left his house. He left everything he knew. He wasn't a spring chicken. And he went on a journey that he didn't know how it was going to end. That's the definition of a leap of faith. And it's a journey every single person in this house can relate to. When you walked through this threshold, whether it was 5 minutes ago or 5 years ago, you didn't know what lay in store. You took a leap of faith. And for those of you celebrating birthdays, that faith was rewarded. There are times when we have to give up control because we think we can be better on our own. We think if we just control everything and everyone around us, things will be good. It's actually the opposite. If we just let go of control, everything gets easier. Now, I'm still going to drive the way I drive, trying to be a better parent. But this idea of control, what is the first thing we have to do? We have to understand that life is unmanageable at times, right? That we have to give over control. And that's scary, but it's necessary. So I want to challenge everyone in this room in the next week, from this Shabbat to the next Shabbat, your homework assignment is to find a place where you can give up control even for a moment, where you can let go of the reins, take a moment. No, I know, it's terrifying. Carrie, how many years of sobriety do you have? 23. So 23 years ago, you knew you needed to surrender, right? Did it work out? Yes. Okay. So both and. Thank you, Harriet. Thank you. It's a both and. So one of my favorite things is movies. And I remember it was not a great movie. It was probably not the best Indiana Jones movie. But if you've ever seen Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, he has to overcome these series of obstacles to find, anybody know what he's looking for? The Holy Grail. Nice metaphor, right? Wow. was in unison. Baruch haba. Anyway, so there's one moment where he stands on a cliff, and he's got to take a leap of faith, it's called. And below him, it's hundreds of feet down, and it's going to fall to his death. And he just has to have faith that he won't. And he takes a step, and he steps on solid ground. And he didn't realize that it had actually been an optical illusion the whole time, that the path was there. He just had to take it. So for all of us, we just have to put one foot in front of the next. We don't get to the promised land without the journey. But if we have faith, then our journey will be okay. Shabbat Shalom. Please rise for the formal call to prayer, the Baruch. You may be seated. All right. Before we read the Shema, before we recite and sing together, all together, the six of the most important words in Judaism, I'm going to ask you to take that leap of faith. I'm going to ask you to relinquish control, if just for a moment. Put your feet flat on the floor. Put your hands in your lap and close your eyes. Keep a straight but relaxed back as you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. When we read the Shema, we're told that we should love God with all of our heart and all of our soul, all of our body. We should give ourselves over to this moment. If you hear noise, that's okay. Just take note of it and come back to your breath. Every study shows us that mindfulness can help us in so many different ways, with anxiety, with stress. That if we just take a moment to be where we are instead of where we're going to be next, we can reduce the ills. So take another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Cover your eyes as we sing the Shema together.
Shema Yisrael.
say shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Oh, say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael.
Doors I was down and now feeling worthless. Then I made it to Bejuva, discovered I have a purpose. I was in a hole, I've been digging, it was the curtain. But I had to make a decision to put the holy work in. Doing dinner dishes gave me some responsibility. And able to leave out my own, a big dose of humility. Thought I didn't need all of the strict accountability. But all these little needles in my arm sure wasn't healing me. And I'm a bit delusional, I need a change of attitude. Started with the action, now showing a sense of gratitude. Opportunity pops up, now I'm making a holler. Loving life so much I have to holler. I was sleeping in a shed, now I got a bed. I was sleeping in a shed, now I got a bed. If there wasn't a God, I would already be dead. This whole world's made for us, don't let it get to your head.
Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael.
Can we give a little gratitude for Brandon, please? I don't always get chills at Shabbat services. It's Beit Shuvah, that's right. We're going to remember how blessed we are, and we're going to remember those who blessed our lives who are no longer with us. We're going to say the Mourner's Kaddish together. I'm going to ask if you have somebody for whom you're saying Kaddish, if you please rise. I'm going to come around.
My sister Benet Holland Phillips and Michael Roth.
Glenn Goss, Frederick Sutton, Jenny Sutton.
Jenny Cooper and Jody Labos, the art set.
Judy Weiner, Lester Weiner, Meredith Baskin, Glenn Goss.
My brother Mark Sampson and Rabbi Marvin Gross.
Gina Hofstetter.
Danos Carson and Keith Wisletsky. My father Herb Sutton, my grandmother Sarah Ross.
My friend Roger Pryor.
My friend Barbara Alberstone.
My dad Gene.
My dad Stan.
My dad Ryan Chorkov and best friend Kevin Mitchell.
My friend Trevor Williams.
Liam Gallagher, Sam Farnsworth, and Alec Graham.
My sister Julie Mann.
We're also commemorating the yard sites of Frank Spellman, Henry Sacklin, Francis Markowitz, Sam Geller, Stan Gershon, Louis Paul, Nate Chittick, Helen Kramer, Josephine Schulman, Arnold Sugarman, Sammy Zalen, Sophia Mitsopoulos, Ali Mostin, Ann Gorowitz, Ann Wolf. And we're still in the year of mourning for Joel Atkin, Todd Bird, Mildred Borovitz, Isaac Dasa, Tricia Dinser, Sheila Ellman, Glenn Goss, Kobe Yaakov Levy, Faye Pollock, Barry Rose, Daniel Rosen, Michael Roth, Mordechai Sasportis, Sarah Schmidt, Joanne Snyder, Trevor Stefani, Stanley Tashman, Wilson Thacker, Alice Weiss, Muriel Werner, and Lou Weiss. Let's all join together to say the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yizgadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yirsei v'yamlich malchusei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beis Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei leolam ulamei olmaya. Yisbarach v'yishtabach v'yispa'ar v'yisramam v'yisnaseh. V'yitadar v'yisaleh v'yisalal. Shmei dekudasha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchasa v'shirasa. Tushbechasa v'nechemasa. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May all of their memories be a blessing. Birthdays.
Come on up. This is 57. We have one. Yes, all the birthdays.
I was like, is it just me?
All right, it's up there and also down here. We've got a couple more.
Yeah, like 4.
Birthdays.
Come on.
Come join us.
Come on. O Lord, my God, I cried unto you, and you did heal me. O Lord, you saved me from the peril and kept me alive. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hagomel l'chaim tovim she'nani kol tov. Praise are you, Adonai, God, ruler of the universe, who bestows good beyond our deserving, and who has dealt graciously with me.
Together, Mi shegamalchem kol tov, hu yigmalchem kol tov selah. May the one who caused you good always bestow goodness upon you. Amen. All right, birthdays. Let's line up here. Oh, wait. Yes, yes. Line up down here, and cakes, please come. You're giving them a cake. Come on up.
All right, before we sing, we have a lot of family here together. So we're going to give blessings that we'd give on Friday night. So we're going to say, Yisimchem Elohim Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, Uche Ephraim, and Menashe. May God make you like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, and Ephraim and Menashe. And then we say, Yivarachacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God watch over you and guard you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God be gracious to you and do goodness to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God lift up God's face and shine upon you, and may God grant you peace. And let us say, Amen.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
All right. Devin, come on up. Just be wary of the light, sir.
Oh yeah, I used to run it.
Yeah, all right, so you know.
We used to have music for the Oscars.
We still do.
We
play
do.
you off.
Yeah, I gotta
Don't make us
prepare.
play you off.
Hi, my name is Devin, and I am a very grateful member of this community.
Hi, Devin.
I am the youngest of 12 kids. I suffer from terminal uniqueness, very much like so many of the other residents here. I realized that I'm not all that unique, and I found my way to drugs and alcohol to escape what I didn't really know how to deal with. I first want to thank Rabbi Mark and Harriet for founding and creating this great space. All of the staff who work so hard to run this place, the residents who make this place what it is, the donors who provide financial support and so much more to make this space something special for people like me who couldn't afford to come and had no real options as far as what to do. I had gone to one rehab before that was actually a Christian discipleship program that was kind of believed in conversion therapy and was trying to tell me that who I was wrong and needed to change on so many different levels. And I ended up getting out of there to end up smoking pot and just not really sure what I was going to do. And I called up my manager, Jerry, who, thank you for giving me the gratitude beforehand, and who's been there for me through a lot that I put him through. And I said, hey, I need a place in LA that's Jewish and has something to do with music. And thank you, Rabbi Joel, for finding this place and giving me the introduction to Lisa, my entrance interview, and everybody who helped make this place something special where I could come in. What this place taught me is how to follow through on something. Since coming here in my year of sobriety, I managed to run a marathon. At first I did it for the free shoes. I wasn't even sure that I was going to be able to raise the $900 that they asked, and somehow I ended up finding out that I had a lot more support and raised $2,300, and it's something I want to do again this year. So to the new residents who are struggling and feel like you have nowhere to go, or that's maybe the last door on the block, this is a really great door to be at. And just really don't isolate in your rooms. Don't get stuck in your head, because this is a really great community of people of support. Quick shout out to Kevin, who's been awesome role model support. Also my sponsor, who has taught me what it means to be the type of person that I want to be. And he told me something that was really powerful, that when I was struggling and I was taking shortcuts, and he pretty much said that anybody can take shortcuts, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the type of person that you want to be, and that I can be a self-sufficient, supported person who's contributing something. The music department, it works really hard, and I know Glenn would be really proud of the way you guys were playing tonight and everything that you've done with it in his absence, so thank you for keeping all of that alive. And I know we've got a lot of other birthdays that we've got to share this with. Maya, I'm so grateful that you came, and everybody who else came out here for me. It's so great to see everybody and belong to a community where I can feel loved. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Medina.
Hi, Medina.
I guess I made it to 1 year. I don't know. I came in here and I didn't believe that I was ready to be sober, because I thought that I was having an epiphany and God was like speaking through me, and I was at the beach and it was a pretty fucked up situation. And then I got with the program. I did everything contrary to what I believe I needed for myself, and stopped taking so much control. Like Rabbi Ben says, is that I'm trying to control everything and I have no control in anything, and I'm allowing things to just kind of happen. Like today, it was it was a shit show. But I still made it here, and I'm still sober. You know, I had no control over anything. And I see all these people that I started with working here, and it's such a trip to see that, like, I was one of the people sitting here with a wrapped head and everything, trying not to see the world, you know, and then all of a sudden I see people working here that are given opportunities and continue to have opportunities. And like myself, I didn't see what was happening for me in my future, and I'm thankful to have opportunities to keep falling at my step. It's just whether or not I choose to take them. And for right now, I'm trying to stay in gratitude because that's a difficult place for me to be. But I'm thankful for everything that I've got was taught to me here at the same time that I keep applying to my life. And I'm not perfect. I'm trying to deal with my crazy itty bitty shitty committee between my head, you know, and it's telling me all the time, like, to do these really not great things, and I'm trying to practice not saying everything I think, you know, because that's not a cute little person. But I'm so thankful for my boyfriend, for my friends, everybody that's here. My mother, you know, she's an amazing person. She, you know, we all get dealt difficult hands, and I know that I was dealt one, but she's writing her book of life, and I have to start to write mine again. And it's something that I lost. And I'm very thankful for everybody that's here. And hi, Rabbi Carrie, because I know you couldn't be here. So thank you.
My first roommate here. Okay. Sorry. Hi. I'm Lisa. Hi, everyone. Sidebar, I wrote something down at 2 a.m, and I grabbed the first thing that I had next to me. Driver safety school class schedule. Just anyone who knows my story knows that's funny. Pages and pages of classes. Okay. So, whoops. Okay, so some of you don't know, I tried to get into Beit Teshuvah 2 years ago. This is my second birthday. They did not take me the first year, and I think that's exactly what was supposed to happen. I was a year sober, but I really, I needed help rebuilding my life after I came in here with 1 year sober, but that's what happens here. If you want repair and rebuild and to make changes and learn and grow and be able to make amends, that's what this place teaches you how to do, and it makes it possible. So my life in 2017, 2 years ago, it was awful. My mental state was even worse. And I didn't think there was a way out without drinking every day. I just didn't know. I didn't see an alternative. So I kind of look at that first year of being sober as, what did I say? This is again 2 a.m. As like falling off a stage backwards, like stage diving, and hoping someone will catch you. And the people who caught me are sitting right there. And okay. And it's my mom, Sally, my dad, Joel, my sister, Brandy, my brother-in-law, Joel, my cousins, Eric and Kim, who would drive to the valley and hang out with me because the rest of my family was hours away. And they were there to hold me up so I didn't fall and hit the ground. And that's not a crowd to surf on. That's a few people, and that's a lot of weight for you guys to carry. And thank you for being there and carrying that on your shoulders. Then I got here, and this was crowd surfing. This is a whole crew of people to hold you up, and there's just so many people here to support you. And I wrote something somewhere. Sorry. And, you know, and I love it here. I mean, I loved it here. I've moved out. I still have the support every time I come back here of everyone here. It's amazing. my friends, Isla, Sophia, Medina. I love you guys so much. You're my girls. My boys that I moved in with, Harrison, Adam, and Steven. We're like reverse Three's Company, plus one actual gay guy, who I love. Yes, there he is. It's so much fun. We all went through the house, so we all have the same values and keep each other afloat. All of us, all the girls and the boys, we are here for each other. And finally, Anthony, I love you. You taught me how to you taught me what it is to be loved correctly, how to turn your life around, and how it can be done, and you make it look easy and cool, and I don't know how you do that, but you do. And then to my team who helped me here, to Jana Markowitz, to Carrie Newman, all in alternative sentencing, got me here out of jail, literally, to Nanette and Fiona and my team. Thank you guys so much. And then last but not least, to Alex and Marissa, my niece and nephew. They're the children in my life. I know this is a lot, and you may not understand it all right now, but the message I have for you is if you ever need help, just ask. It's there. So many people love you, and don't let yourself get to the point where you're afraid to ask for help. It's easy, it seems hard at the time, but do it because you guys are super amazing children. You're going to grow into amazing adults, and you're loved. Just know that very much. Thank you.
All right. What's up? All right. We got 3 years. All right, we matter. We do recover, right? Listen, I couldn't do this alone. I was unable to do this alone. I thought Benny knew how to do it by himself. I knew my way was the right way, and it kept getting me back. Luckily, Bet Shuva only one time, but Salvation Army 4 times. Nice Jewish boy. But, it's funny because that's the tagline here, right? We matter. You matter. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, when did it dawn on me in my life that I didn't matter? Because I know that was the time that I thought that pumping my body full of everything would be the solution to that problem, right? And I held on to that for most of my life. I didn't matter. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't smart enough. I didn't deserve shit. And I'm just going to keep pumping this dope and coke into me, and I'll figure this out. And it got worse, and it got worse, and it got worse. And my family didn't want anything to do with me. And my loved ones didn't want anything to do with me. And my friends didn't want anything to do with me. And eventually, I didn't want anything to do with me. And I was sick of myself, and I was sick of it. And it wasn't until the pain really, really, really got great enough. And I hadn't even lost everything the last time I went back out. I still was able to come back to this place. I was still able to talk to my family. I was still able to talk to my friends. But I was spiritually done. The lowest I had ever felt, empty inside. There was nothing left. And I had a decision. And I was like, I'm either going to go downtown LA and jump off a roof. I'm going to go home to New York, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to listen, and I'm going to change. And Bet Shuva helped me tap into what inspired me and what made me me, right? What made Ben Ben. I was able to find that here because I opened myself up to it. I stopped thinking I knew everything that my way was the only way, that you couldn't tell me anything, because that's all I heard. People would talk to me, and I would feel offended, like their opinion didn't matter. I came here, I listened, I changed. And I thank God that I was able to make it here. And I was thinking about, I'm like, why do I keep flying 3,000 miles to come out to Bet Shuva to take this cake? Why do I keep doing this? Right? I don't even like LA. I'm sorry, but I like this building. But The truth is that I come here to show anybody that's struggling and was in the position that I was in and that feels that they don't matter and that they're not seen, I'm letting you know I see you. I'm letting you know that I love you. And I'm letting you know that you could change your life and live an amazing life. All the amazing things. I have my mother, my father here, right? They wanted nothing to do with me. I have this beautiful woman who married me, right? I have a beautiful new sister-in-law, right, who knew exactly what I was going through, and she still loves me for who I am, right? These people flew 3,000 miles with me to do this. We all matter. Our lives matter. It's enough of the shit, us treating ourselves. I never had an enemy that treated me worse than I treated me. And that's it. I love you. Jeremy, Lindsay, I want to just shout you guys out because I so admire your courage and your faith to take the leap. We're opening the Truva Center in Brooklyn together. Because this needs to be spread around. There needs to be more of this. Because there's people out there dying and they don't even know what Bet Shuva is. They don't even know the amazing things that happen here. I love this place. I love every person in here. We got 3 years. That's it. Peace. Thank you.
My name's Lauren. I'm an alcoholic. I'm so grateful to be here tonight, even though sitting in almost 3.5 hours of traffic with my screaming son getting mad at me. Just reminded me like how grateful I am to be back in here. I came here broken, just looking to fix, the outside, so the outside looked good, but not really willing to look on the inside. I wanted to clean up a prison case I was looking at, and but I really didn't know what to do. And I got kicked out of Beit Shuva, and it was the best thing for me. And I'm forever grateful for getting kicked out of here because there were never like any real consequences to my actions. I thought that I could skate through life, manipulating my way through everything. And I ended up in a hospital bed looking at 18 years in prison, and I woke up completely alone, and something just changed within me. And I knew that my way wasn't working anymore, and I was willing to do something different. And I knew about the program of Alcoholics Anonymous and to ask for help, which I had the hardest time doing. I would ask for help, but like to get something for myself. And I found my amazing sponsor who's here with me tonight over 6 years later, who's just shared her experience, strength, and hope with me and held on every step of the way. No matter how scared I was to walk through things, I showed up and I was honest and willing. And I do that in every area of my life. I don't just do it in the rooms. And no matter how scary it is or what I think you're gonna think of me, it's the only way I let God into my life. And I'm so grateful for my family who's here tonight, who's stuck by me through everything. And they've just always shown up, even when I haven't shown up for them. And I'm forever grateful for you guys always sticking by my side. This is like my brother's, I think, first time here watching me take a cake. And, I never thought I would have the relationship I have with my family today. And I'm so grateful for my sobriety. And like they say in here, to hold on, just keep holding on, no matter how tough times are. There's someone that's been through what you've been through. And if you're open and honest and share, you'll find that back. And I'm just forever grateful for this place and my family. Love you guys.
I got 2 minutes. That's not even a minute per decade. My name is Kathy. I'm an alcoholic and I'm a drug addict. Hi, I'm so glad to be here. I just want to, thank Nancy and others here that are sitting here who built this place. Thank you so much for your words. What a fabulous place. It's my second time. And when I got sober 35 years ago, and I'll just say, if you're standing here and thinking, what did she do when she was 12? I was 29. Everybody, no. At least one person can say it. And my job, and I know well, because I've been doing it a day at a time for 35 years. By the way, my birthday was October 31st, 1984. I have a home group. I have a sponsor. She has a sponsor. And how do I do it? One day at a time. I actually would love to talk to who the residents are. Are they in the back? Are you guys in the back? Is that what's going on? Okay. I thank everybody that's gone through the program that stands side by side, and I thank the people on whose shoulder I stand. By the way, the group I go to at 7 o'clock in the morning, yes, in the valley, where I then go from the 101 to the 110 to the yada yada, and go into pure hell and only get through it because I am a product of the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous and a spiritual program that, yes, is based in Judaism right now, but that's not the way it started. What happened first? I had a hole in my heart, a very, very big hole in my heart. I felt totally worthless. And when I was 12 years old, and I found amphetamines through a diet doctor in upstate New York. And the first day I had a hit of Preludin, I knew that I was home. It changed my life completely. I went from the next to dumbest to the smartest, from like ugly to pretty, all of those things. My life completely changed. And I knew in that minute that I would never, ever go back. And I pledged assiduously to maintain a supply of drugs. The third day, of course, I had never slept. Though anybody who's ever done speed knows what that's about. And I found naturally, like we do, we're addicts and alcoholics, I found a liquor cabinet, and that was the next 17 years of my life. And I was functioning for a long time. It worked really, really well. If you want to ask me at some point what happened, I'll tell you. I was a producer in New York. I did very well, and then it stopped working. And it stopped working not all the time. It was unreliable. So I never knew when it was going to work and when it wasn't going to work, and things got very, very ugly. So this, nice Jewish girl from upstate New York, Ivy League, yada, 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 finds herself on the streets of New York thinking, I've gone through all my money. I have no one that will hire me. Should I be a prostitute? Now, somebody actually said to me that I should talk about that, right? But not that you knew that, in fact, no, I was not a prostitute. But I thought about it because it was over. The gig was up. There was no way I could keep on going. And I did go to rehab, and I hated it. I looked for a rehab that did not have God in the title. That did not utilize the 12 steps. So that the first step was obviously clear. I was unmanageable. But that second step, I'm far too intellectual and smart to believe that, that God's going to take care of this. Well, 35 years later, I can tell you that I'm very grateful to the rehab I went to. They did not kick me out. They said that if I opened my mouth any more about not believing, they were going to kick me out. They said, just shut the fuck up and listen. And that's exactly what I ended up doing because there was nowhere else to go. I became, like the queen of AA in New York. For a really long time, I was insufferable with my friends. It was all about me, 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 me. We can't go here because I have to go to a meeting. And that was great, by the way, because a day at a time, I got through it. And so here's what happened. I got meaning and purpose. I got a set of values and a blueprint. Those promises that you read about at the end of step 9, they don't all come true all at the same time, and I do not have a life beyond my wildest dreams. But I have a method for living a life that works. And when I get up in the morning, I can look in the mirror. I'm not embarrassed by what I did that night before. And I have a path to meaning and to purpose and to rewards. I make a difference. Yes, what you were talking about, wherever Devin was here, and then Benjamin said, we matter. Yes, we matter, and it matters. It matters how you act. All I've done perfectly my whole life is not pick up a drug or a drink. That's it. I've screwed up on every other thing after I got sober. But it's a very, very forgiving program. It's a very forgiving life. I'm totally out of control. I'm sure that's more than 2 minutes. I'll just drop the proverbial mic.
I don't need 2 of these. So we're going to take a moment and sing the Mishaberach prayer, a prayer for those who are still hurting, those who are still in need of healing, whatever kind of healing they need. If you want to join us, we're going to sing the Mishaberach prayer. If you want to rise, if you have somebody thinking of. Thank you to Lisa's parents. Ben, your parents too. Thank you. Thank you to the Lichtman family. Lauren's Auntie Paula, Uncle Todd, Andrew, and Ryan. Thank you. And Lauren, your family also. Thank you to all of our Shabbat sponsors. Now, we're not going to say you can't sponsor it if you want to also. Bueller? Anyone? Okay, announcements. Wait, I can't read that fast. Go back. Tomorrow, our own Ginger Bort is doing a book signing in Santa Monica at the Barnes & Noble of her cookbook, and some of the proceeds go to Beit Tshuva. All right, next. Sunday, November 10th at Havat Shalom in Northridge, featuring our own Doug Rosen, speaking about vaping. Reggae Shabbat next Friday night.
Yeah.
Next.
We be jamming.
Zach, next. Join the marathon team. Practice begins every Sunday at 7 a.m. Oh, where is she? Come on up.
Okay, hi, I'm Carrie. I'm a grateful member of this community, and I just want to do a really quick plug. The alumni picnic is next week, Sunday, September 17th. Veterans Park here in Culver City from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Softball game, or we have the softball field from 11:30 to 2. This is an alumni-sponsored event, kind of our gift to the residents. So residents there won't be any pass signing next Sunday, just so you know. My husband will tell you that the alumni always beat the residents at softball, but there's some discussion about whether or not he's keeping score correctly. So y'all better show up and see how that works. But anyway, I just want to I saw some alumni in the room. I want to make sure that the message is carried, that it is next week, because people have been asking. And I'm also accepting, this is the alumni, like I said, a gift to the residents. So I'm accepting donations to fund that picnic if anybody's interested. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie. Oh, thank you, Russell. Next Wednesday, our series, Judaism Down and Dirty, continues. This week, it is... Who's speaking this week? Go back. Go back. It's the wrong one. Okay. All right, next. No. Membership. Please see Jenny Jacobson, who's not here, so you can talk to Sophia if you want to be a member of the Beit Shuvah community, the congregation. Live streaming, beitshuva.org/live. If you're not here, you can't join us. If you're in, the cesspool known as New York, that's fine. You can live stream. That's right, I said it. Sunday, November 24th, 10:30 a.m., Sisterhood Board Meeting. Songwriting group every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. with Greg Sutton, who's over there now. All right. Choir members wanted. See Laura Bagish. Next. All right. When we're done here, please clear so we can set up for dinner. Also, bereavement group every other Wednesday, 7 to 8:30. The next one is November 13th. Please contact Darren Fond for more information. Let's make Kiddush. Please rise.
All right. Real quick, I want to say thank you to Daniel T., who sang backgrounds for the first time on Friday night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu mitzvotav v'ratza banu v'shabbat kodsho be'ava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lemaaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uv'ratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu